How's it going?
It sure is going.
It sure is going. We are if you are not aware, we are both university lecturers, and you can see what's going on in the UK with universities right now, and it's hard for all of us. And that's enough to say really about that, isn't it? That we're all kind of.
It sure is, and it's nice to come on and do some streaming stuff and think about Pillbug stuff as a nice distraction.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Yeah. So we've launched an update for Making It Home. This is like we're playing our game tonight.
We are, yes.
Yeah.
This is oddly familiar.
Yeah. This is. Yeah. So we pushed an update called the Lasers Are Cool update, which took me way too long to come up with that name. And yeah, so I think I tweeted like a GIF of like the cats with the lasers flashing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wrote an email to our mailing list, as I do, and I put that GIF in. And I was like, hang on, I don't know that anyone here isn't going to have some kind of fit if they open their mail and have this rapidly strobing GIF.
True.
Like, I should probably not do that.
Bit of a spoiler.
I kind of stopped it.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
you don't seem to have that problem with our Twitter feed, though.
If you're on Twitter, you know that's you're risking that's a risky scroll. I think.
Fair enough.
That's on you. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I thought so in the update we put in a bunch of Act 3 panels components. Yeah, are we using the word we use the word panels internally, but do people understand what we mean by panels? They do now, don't they? They're using panels in Discord, so.
Well, there we go. But I wonder if they've picked that up from us.
Probably.
Don't know.
Yeah. So I added a bunch of new panels. Well, we added a bunch of new panels, and we've also rebalanced a bunch, which I think was kind of overdue. So what I thought I'd do is I've reset my save, and I'm going to do a fresh run and go through, play a bunch in the normal game, and then maybe we'll go into challenge mode to see those new panels. Sound good?
Sounds groovy.
Good, cool. I'm not going to talk to Rusty, even though I do like talking to Rusty, but
Do you feel you've talked to Rusty enough in your life?
We've talked to Rusty quite a bit on this, so I don't need the tutorial. Me, I don't need to. So first one, all we can do is sales. And something
must feel nice not having knowing that you boot up a game and you don't have to tutorialize it. You can just plow on through and because you made it.
You might notice, Dave, that I can build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 panels now.
What?
Because sales now only cost $5.
My mind is blown.
That's just incredible value.
So Evening Frozen, tell me what was behind that choice, Sean?
So what we did is I separated all the panels out by act, and by kind of thrust. Now, what we kind of were aiming to do with the panels is that the Act 2 panels should feel more powerful than the Act 1 panels. Right?
Makes sense.
Progression and everything. So, power in the game is kind of a combination of thrust. The power of a panel is kind of like a combination of thrust, weight, and cost. So, I did some maths and I made a spreadsheet and I kind of figured out where these should roughly be to give you a feeling like they get more powerful. So that meant reducing this for sales.
Fair enough.
Basically. So yeah, first, and I did try to rebalance some of the pass speeds as well. But you can see I still got 6 stars in this first one pretty easily. But
yeah, you did.
We kind of want that. Do we want that? Do we want I've been watching streamers, and if sometimes people we didn't quite realize how People already care about stars.
Yeah, but they should.
Yeah. I didn't catch if I was ahead of schedule. I must be ahead of schedule, right?
I kind of feel like you must be to get 6 stars. Otherwise, if you're not, then we've got that wrong.
Something really thing. So do you think people should get 6 stars off the bat?
Well, granted, you know how to do sales, and you just
that's
kind
the
of
thing,
did it.
isn't it? That's the kicker.
You know, you kept them, but I don't know. Maybe not 6 stars just by spending your budget on sales and keeping them upright the whole time. I don't know. I'm happy for that to be
because
high.
some people find that quite difficult. When I've seen streamers the first time they play that, they do find that quite difficult, right? Players when they first play the game.
Well, keeping everything going.
Do they?
I guess so. No, you're probably not wrong. No, like the first time you play the game, that is tough because you're like, what the hell is this? You know, how does this work?
So,
you have no idea.
Yeah, so if you like screw up, you're not gonna get that, like, yeah, I don't know. I need a not me to play the, you know, like.
You can't. That's the thing about game development, isn't it? You can't unlearn what you've learned about your own game and have that innocence again.
Yeah.
It's, you know, you just can't turn that off. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, we do have testers and stuff. But the interesting thing is, the same thing happens with testers, right? Like with our Discord community, they're just too good at the game. So I guess that was one of the things that when we used to be able to do shows and stuff.
Yeah, that is definitely something we used to get from shows.
But we do get it when people record, you know, streamers record videos for the first time, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think what we've been kind of leaning more and more towards with making it home is just about that positive reward feeling rather than punitive. Kind of, you haven't done this, so you don't get that kind of feeling. But you know, games do that all the time, right? Like if you get 6 stars every time, you're not going to be excited about stars anymore. You're just going to be like, oh, it's another thing that's taking up my screen.
Guess what, Dave? I only got 5 stars.
You did.
So there we go. Like
the slow slide into mediocrity begins.
Let's talk to Alan. So you're here. How did you find me? Rusty told me you were here. He made it sound bad. You didn't believe him, did you? There's still lines of dialogue I haven't seen, by the way. There's still like he likes being dramatic. I'm not. I guess he wants to help. You don't look like you need much help. Are you serious? You can't be in that much pain, not really. What the hell would you know? I've been through worse. It didn't take me long to get on my feet, get back to life. Sure. I was there, remember? You were? Come by and be awful. Anytime. You always know how to put things into perspective. Just don't take too long here. You've got a family, people depending on you, and not just for Bryony's birthday. What were you going to say?
Sorry, yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt, but it was interesting that you said the correct phrase, put things into perspective, but our character doesn't. They say puts things in perspective.
See.
So I can't remember when writing whether or not that's because it's a character count issue, or I was trying to evoke a sense of voice.
Random thing that I just remembered here. Like, so you told me it's okay to start a sentence with "and."
It is 100% okay to start a sentence.
I now every time one of my I always see that as a sign of someone knows how to write now. Whenever I see someone does that, I'm like, yeah, you're yeah. You know,
it's one of those weird things that got taught in school as something that you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
And I understand. Like you must get this all the time with science, STEM subjects, where you kind of have to slightly unlearn some previous stuff to progress to the next whatever it is. And there was just a period when we were telling kids that was not acceptable English, and it totally is.
Yeah.
And it's like when you can do that, it's actually really helpful, and you'll notice, especially like for speeches and rhetoric, it's like a really powerful thing to start a sentence with "and." So to have this blanket rule that you can't do it is just such a weird thing. But yeah, it's definitely a thing we used to teach. In schools.
I should have put a wall. I should have put a ceiling on here so I could jump and get the 5s.
Oh yeah, classic.
Something I've noticed. So like I don't know. Did you? I don't know if you actually noticed. I did some stuff with the color balance.
No, that's always the kind of thing I will not notice.
So the game is much brighter. And like every time I see it and then see the trailer, I'm like, oh yeah, this it makes me remember. Even though I was doing really subtle changes, like I'm like, yeah, no, that works.
I just thought that was my fancy new monitor.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, like that's another thing. Now you've got like monitor, like your fancy TN panel. The TN.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
Poop. You know, even better. Like, what have you got? You've got a.
It's the IP thing, right?
Yeah, IPS. So you've got the good
yeah.
one, right? They're both fun, you know, like the good color recreation one. So now you finally know what your pixel art actually looks like.
Yeah, that's what other people have been seeing this whole time.
I picked that palette.
Yeah, completely changes my palette. I don't like it anymore. And you know, like Monet did all his best work. Like there's that theory that Monet couldn't really see very well. That's why his work's so amazing. Just basically the pixel art Monet over here.
Yeah. Oh, I got 6 stars. Again, I'm obviously, if I wasn't getting 6 stars, that would be a problem.
Fair.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, you love your analytics, right? We can see once we've changed that, like if more people are getting more and more stars.
So this is something I've been thinking a lot about, and I think I kind of like it. So now I'm in a situation where as me, I know the synergies between panels. So like I'm seeing like the turbine electric engine. I'm thinking, do I want to go down that route of getting an electric engine? And I'm thinking about like future Act 2 stuff now. Like, do I unlock the turbine in preparation for getting these other panels later on?
Definitely.
And
you've already got one set of bellows as well,
yeah.
So it's not just
because it makes me think of like deck building games. You know, like isn't that a thing you do in deck building? Like,
yeah, I mean, certainly something some people do. Yeah, I'm not sure, like, if there's an accepted like strategic approach to that, but I think it's a totally fine strategy in my mind to take speculative pick. I mean, it's certainly more interesting, isn't it? Like, because if you only ever picked the short-term short-term gratification cards, then you'd never do some interesting stuff. But it can blow up in your face. Like, if you don't get the Act 2 panels that go really well with the propeller, then that might be a wasted pick. But what doesn't go well with the propeller?
I know. I kind of like, so now this is the bridge one. I can never remember how tall the bridges are, so I'm just gonna go
taller than you think.
Yeah, so let's just do sails all the way up. This is not going to be a good vehicle, I don't think. So what panels did we add?
Well, the big one, hence the name, is lasers, right?
Yeah.
That's the big one. And lasers is more than one panel, though, isn't it, Sean?
Yes. How many panels? There's the laser, and then there's like all the beam. I called them beam. Do you notice how I called them beam directors and not mirrors?
Yes.
Because technically they're not mirrors.
They're not mirrors. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I always think of that. Like, that's how I conceptualized it in my brain.
Yeah, it's fine. And like I planned to make them into mirrors, but like that actually is more confusing. Mirrors don't really behave like you necessarily expect them to.
Fair.
Like, you couldn't point the mirror in. You don't point a mirror in the direction you want to go. You point the mirror in like 90 degrees. Like, does that make sense?
And they are fixed, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're fixed at the moment. Whereas we talked about having them.
Oh no. Okay, right. Look at all the wood.
So they weren't as tall as I thought they were to begin with.
No. Okay. Well, I overkill.
And you didn't get any balloons.
I didn't get any of the balloons, but I can. Oh, I fixed a bug where like a bug was introduced where you couldn't stand still on these. They would always like slide slightly.
Oh, weird.
I can't remember when that was introduced, but I have fixed it.
Nice.
So we can do more like off. Are we going to try and play with that a bit more in Acts 3?
I would love to. Yeah. We've got a panel in mind that might teleport the player.
Yeah.
And that would be one of the cool things to do about that is because one of the things that like that off vehicle gameplay raises the question of what happens if the player like loses sight of the vehicle.
Yeah.
But the obvious thing is you just kind of fall off whatever it is, right? So like but that's a bit restrictive in terms of design, right? Like, because otherwise it means wherever the player goes, they have to be able to fall to the ground.
Yeah.
Whereas a teleporter, as long as you can teleport to and from wherever you're going, you can just be right back on your vehicle. Like, and that makes kind of quote unquote sense.
Well, I'm pretty chuffed for that. So yeah, this is a challenging one because to get the best speed and all the balloons is quite tricky, I think.
Yes.
But I'm still on time. Searchlight.
The other thing I'd like to do is I did some pixel art for a monorail, so I'd like to get that into the background of that bridge. Because at the moment it kind of doesn't make as much sense as I'd like it to.
Yeah. We've got to figure out a way of connecting those bridges then.
Yeah. Yeah, whether or not it's just a visual and you can't actually jump on the monorail until you get to the bridge.
We still need to connect them though, right?
I think so, but then it does change what it is, right? Because then you're just running along rather than jumping between those platforms.
Yeah, I see. Well, maybe if you could just the monorail you can go on. Like you can't go on it doesn't make any sense though, does it?
Not really. There could be a different color.
Saying that in a game where you're a ladybird eating carrots.
This has to all make sense, Sean. Like as far as I can see.
But like that's something that kind of does need to make sense, right? Because like that's going. It's like an anti-affordance. It's as long as the rules are consistent within this crazy world.
Yeah,
we're all right.
Yeah, it's funny what people are like totally happy with having as bizarre, and kind of what people then demand actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So yeah, we also want to try and add some more graphics for when you do the you get a synergy working. To make that clear. So I noticed there was a streamer I was watching, I forget his name now. The guy who just recently posted a video.
That is a good question. I will bring it up. Was it this something Shogun?
Yeah, it's like a skeleton dude. But there was a couple of times where he actually did, he didn't notice that his bellows was setting his props off.
Fallen Shogun Gaming.
Yeah, or at least he didn't vocalize it if he did.
Fair enough, yeah, that could happen. But yeah, I think we both feel like at points we've been too opaque with how our synergies feed back to players. Yeah. And the numbers have certainly helped with that, I think. Like if you see a number go from what's normally a 2 to a 10, you're like, oh wow, so I must have done something here.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've been playing much since you got your new shiny?
Shiny. I've been playing a bit of Divinity 2.
Yeah.
With a friend. It's something we've been working through, and that's been lots of fun. It does look great on the new shiny.
Yeah.
But Yeah, like I played some Destiny 2. We talked about that last stream, didn't we?
Yeah.
I played a little bit of that. I haven't played much since, to be honest, for fairly obvious reasons. I've got some suggestions on stuff to that would be good to kind of test the system.
Yeah.
Push it and stuff, but
cool.
Our mutual friend Tom wants to play. I think it's a game that he maybe suggested to you, and you weren't so sure about it. Is it Hunt or something like that?
Yeah,
the Hunt?
yeah, Hunt the show. Yeah,
yeah,
that sounds cool. Like I am interested in that game.
It did look kind of interesting. Evening, Nacho.
Hi, Nacho. I'm gonna get trampoline. You know what? Trampoline doesn't get enough love in my book. Trampoline is good.
You're being booed for only getting 4 stars, just FYI.
What?
I mean, deservedly so, really.
What, like,
boos from the crowd.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. So I think it's okay. I think this is like, you know, this progression is all right.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Right. So it's the race. Do I want anything else on this vehicle?
Well, it only got you 4 stars.
Yeah, I suppose it did. I could. Good idea. What if I do? No, over budget. Right, let's do that. Right. Do that. Something I'm really chuffed with is how people have really got the wall building stuff. Like seeing people like thinking, right, I'm gonna go here, better than I do. Like, so here I'm gonna jump up here, turn on these, and then jump, and then that will set all these going. In fact, I'm gonna put some floors in so I can do that. Maybe do you know what? Like, I'm gonna put some more bellows here. I can do 2. No, I'm over budget.
I wonder if that, like, not planning our route as much as other streamers do, if that is part of the whole having been there at the start of the development and just played it that much. Like, we just don't think about it.
We played it a lot when they didn't have that in the game, right?
Well, yeah, that's true.
I think that's right. I'm gonna put that there. Right. Oh, I've got an idea. I'm gonna put a roof on here, so that when the carrot barrage comes in, right. Okay. So then the carrots should all just stay outside.
Thanks for cheering up.
Even going to be like an amazing. This is even going to be the best idea I've ever had in my life, or terrible.
I think you might be selling yourself a little short, but okay.
Right, jump on these, and then around there. Okay. What do we think? Am I going to win?
Yeah. No. Sound out in chat if you think Sean's going to win. Some of you might be a bit more optimistic than me, but I don't think so. I think the problem is you haven't got any kind of cheaty Act 2 automation like I normally do at this point. Oh, that barrage! Look at that. And you were all the way over here. You've dealt with that quite well.
Right.
She's
sleeping.
Nice. Oh, yeah, okay.
The problem is these ones is getting these electric ones going. Oh, I need to sail.
That was smooth. That was smooth.
There's still one freaking carrot there, though.
Yeah, it's cancelling out 7 of your sails. Just
Actually,
put
that
in
is the thing.
perspective.
Do you know what? Now those numbers are there. It's like, yes, that's like 7 sails. You're right. So time to get that. Come on, bellows. I need to get those bellows. Come on. There we go. Right. I'm going to go up and do these bellows. And then... How the hell did I get up? Oh,
Shoot.
Oh, no.
Indecision's going to cost you. I don't. Was that worth it?
Yes, it was. Like, absolutely.
Well, you lost 2 bellows and a chunk of
that's
time.
true. Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, okay, it wasn't worth it. Come on, right, okay. Sail. Sail. It's going to be flipping close.
It is. It's going to be super close.
Who won?
Oh
Yes!
my good lord!
That was like one panel. One panel. That photo finish. I'm glad that I changed it so that the wind condition is the front of the vehicle. Because,
I've been lobbying for that for a while. Yeah. Interestingly, though, like if you were following the bar along the top, it looked like Ellen won. So we might need to have a quick look at how that.
Okay, yeah. Operates. It's probably like just where the anchor point is on Ellen's sprite there.
Yeah. Very nicely done.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, the audience were on the edge of their seat.
Yeah. I'm going to talk to Ellen for sure now.
Rub it in.
Right. Okay. So there's a slight change here now. So it seems some of your hard work has paid off. Seems some of that hard work has paid off. But if you ask me, you're not quite ready for what's up ahead. In your face, sis.
Yeah.
Whatever. You need to work on those goals of yours if you're going to get back home. Sure. Okay. Unlock 1 permanently. This is...
Some reasonable choices.
Yeah. I would say sealing bellows, no. Oh god. The thing is, to see the bellows are really good to just like quickly start some solar panels.
Yeah.
But then I don't have solar panels. Electric engine gets me 2 panels. Electric engine kind of unlocks electricity as like I'm always going to have electricity. But I'd always get electricity anyway, because you always get the solar panel. If you get an electric,
No, you always get the electric engine if you get electric producing thing. You mean? I think.
No, you always if you get something that needs electric, you always get a solar panel. Oh, I think the prop.
It's hard to choose against the propeller. Such a good. I mean, I like sealing bellows because it kind of encourages you to build some pretty wacky things. But
yeah. So we've made a change here. Is that I can now start Act 2.
Yeah.
Which we chatted about last week, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Yes. You sounded like you didn't know what was happening there. I was like, we did talk about this, right?
Yeah, obviously we talked about this, and obviously I remembered. Like those 2 things are just a given, Sean.
Yeah.
So I am a little surprised with what we were seeing here, though.
What's that?
So, why are you starting Act 2 with all of those? Oh, because you're carrying on the run.
Yeah, so I'm carrying on the run to Act 2.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But I do wonder if we need to explain this screen more. Still, I don't know.
Well, you just had to explain it to me.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I like, how would we? Yeah, I think that's something to think about. Like, I don't know the best way of doing that. I'm kind of okay with this bit here. It's just this. Oh, I don't know, like, or maybe even just like, where do you want to go next? Up here.
Yeah.
That could be enough just to kind of say what you're doing, because I think so. Do you want to talk a bit? If I'm going to go ahead to Act 2, and then do you want to talk a bit about why we decided to get rid of this?
Sure. I mean, but before you do leave the screen, I'm wondering if that's fine. I was wondering if even like a small tweak to the language, because Start Act 1 might suggest that you have to restart from scratch kind of thing, whereas really what you're going revisit or go back to or retry or some.
I wonder if you do it as in it says. Act 2 it says Boulder City, and the other one it says Las Vegas or Los Angeles. Like it's like the place name. rather than,
yeah.
and even actually make it the same sprite as the location sprite.
Sure.
Make it clear that you're picking a truck stop.
Yeah, that could probably help too.
Like possibly.
I think it is, yeah. It is about like trying to make it as clear as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. I won't do much talking because I want people to discover this stuff themselves.
Sure.
Ooh. Go on. What?
No, you go. You go.
We've got a selection here, and then we're going to talk about why the stars. This is a choice. This is because I could because I've got my sale business going on.
Yeah, big in sales.
But fans are so cool. Fans are like, I like fans. There we go, fans. Right. Yeah. Okay, go on. I'm gonna do a couple hour shifts and.
Cool. So I think the main reason we were a little concerned with how we'd originally set up the Act 1, Act 2 progression was that the analytics were coming back where a lot of people stopped playing at the end of Act 1. And that, I kind of understand why, from lots of different reasons why that might be the case. It's not a bad. You've just done it, Sean, in half an hour.
Yeah.
And fair enough, it was plain sailing and blah 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 blah. But it's a good, chunk of time to spend with a game and then go off and do something else, right? Like it's a totally fine pick up and play kind of half an hour experience to do Act 1 through once. Without doing much of the dialogue. Obviously it takes longer if you kind of stop and chat to people, blah blah blah. So that makes sense too, but I think what we're interested in therefore, and especially now while we're in early access, is finding out if actually when it's not barriered by stars and players aren't facing that, so I have to go back and do this, are people playing for longer? Are they more interested in longer play experiences? And the easiest way for us to track that is just to take that barrier out and see if people
see what happens.
Play for longer. See what people do. So that's kind of one of the main things behind the decision. I think our design ethos for making it at home has, it certainly didn't really start out this way, but I think it's definitely progressed to a more give players stuff. Stop trying to hide it behind things or barrier up everything. And there's a risk to that approach. Games are kind of essentially series of barriers that players have to overcome. So some degree of barrier is good, and we might end up going too far the other way.
Yeah, I think it's something we've always kind of been wrestling with, is the idea of what's the fail state. In a way, do we is that too much of a game devy term, fail state?
No, I don't think so. So what produces a game ending screen or a game over type screen? How do you lose? How do you in our game? There's no player death, right? So the obvious one is removed. There's no.
I'm just gonna show the fans doing their business.
Yeah.
I'll stand this side, right? Okay. Because actually the fans are also blowing the coins.
Yeah, I really like that as one of the weird happy accidents about adding a win system in, is that it does change coins and how they interact.
Yeah.
They become less predictable.
Yeah.
Although it does look kind of weird as well.
Yeah, it does. The whole game looks kind of weird because you're moving. Obviously games you move. But the level is moving at quite a high. I'm going 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, you are zipping along now.
Yeah. But again, so this is another thing of that makes this balancing the stuff really hard, because I'm this is crazy, I'm going really fast, but then that's because I know how to build this. I know, we've worked out this build of I've got my props keeping my fans going. I've basically made an electric engine.
Frozen's calling for more screen shake at high speeds. Sean throws up too often. That's the problem. We can't have that on stream.
Yeah. Like yes. It's the difficulty is knowing, because we don't really have a good sense of what the fastest someone's going to get is. It's kind of really hard to balance that, but like, you know, he's right. Like we there needs to be more like, a new panel.
Okay.
There needs to be more of that stuff. Right, okay, I want to show off the flywheel. Right, so flywheel generates and stores energy as the vehicle slows down. Activate it to convert that energy into thrust.
Okay.
Have you played with that yet?
No.
What did you think? Like, and it said B level. Shoot. Right. Oh boy.
So I'm intrigued by this partly because like this is one of those panels where Sean was like, "This is what we're gonna do," and I just said, "Okay, boss," which I do from time to time. And I'm interested in to see if like how this really helps, because we've just seen you book along at 70 miles an hour in a different leg. So I'm now intrigued, like, when are you slowing down? Like, when is that flywheel going to activate? How useful is it going to be? And there might be some legs where it isn't very useful, and that's fine, but I'm just intrigued by that.
Well, when am I slowing down is whenever I've got these things.
Fair.
So let's have a think. I'm going to want to catch... So the honey leg, I'm trying to catch honey.
Also needs to be, considered.
Oh, God, yeah.
I guess honey disabling bellows isn't so bad.
No, not really. How much do these cost? 10. Let's do... Just do. Like, I've not really experimented that much with them. This is the sound of me thinking, which apparently is something that Pillbug streams end up having too much of.
I'm still not. I'm not 100% happy with that sprite. I think it's a sprite that I'm definitely going to come back to. I hate pixel art circles and wheels.
Yeah.
Wheels are. So I really wish we hadn't built a vehicle game.
Yeah, I realised the other day that most of the panels we've got left are circles.
They warp my little brain. I mean, give me circles that are words. That's better for me.
Okay. Slight issue with this design is like how am I gonna get around?
Just a slight issue.
Like, so I'm hoping the honey falls in here.
Well, you made a reasonable route for yourself.
Yeah, let's just see how it goes. Right. Okay. So
that middle column of bellows, I think, is going to be the trickiest.
Yeah. So you see, I'm already slowing down. So I'm already getting like.
There's flywheels.
Yeah, those flywheels are charging. Right, where are the? Have I already gone past? Ah. Right, so I'm gonna, as I'm slowing down, they're all charging. Where are these bees? Have I missed some? I'm guessing I've missed some. There's one. No.
Just a leaf.
Yeah. Oop. Move you along here, and now I don't need to worry about these being disabled. More. Again, I need to keep reminding myself, like, I know what these objectives are.
Yeah.
Like, so you can imagine someone, like, coming, like, I'm going to go through this and be like, oh, yeah, I'm just doing the honey one, and, like, I know what I'm doing. I know how to do. And to be honest,
until you
embarrass
yourself, yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to think now I don't have time to go activate all these flywheels.
There is that, yeah.
Yeah, I need to go, right, okay, active. 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 Active.
You don't have to say that when you're doing it. Just
yes,
FYI.
I do. Active. Active. Right. Okay. Now, have I even got any of these times? Yeah. There we go. Okay. Right.
Have you missed any honey?
Yes, loads of honeys.
Oh, there's one. Yeah.
Yep. Now these bees are in my way. Oh, there's another honey.
Only 30%.
So now look at my speed though. Like I'm getting up to 80 now because I charged my thingies.
Your flywheels.
Yeah. Is there another honey? Oh, now they've run out. So I just heard them all click and run out, and now they're going to start charging again. So that's kind of the idea behind those, I guess.
Okay, cool. So, do you think we'll want to kind of visualize the charge on them, or are you just happy for them to?
The charge is visualized by the spinning of the wheel.
Okay.
So they only spin when they've got charge. But like again, it's one of those things of like, you know that if you like, that's kind of a very engineering thing to know. Like, did you know what a flywheel was?
I didn't. I'll be honest. I did not know what that was until you sent me various Wikipedia articles and said we're building this.
Yeah. Okay. Don't talk to Bryony. Oh, coin kites would be useful actually, because I'm going quite fast. Let's do.
Yeah, so like I think.
Oh no, because I was in Denver, right? Okay. I'm gonna go Lincoln.
Sure.
Yeah. Go on. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say I think it's great to see the coin collector. It's so hard getting out of the dev mode of like just either booking as quickly through things so I can make GIFs or whatever. I haven't used the coin collector as much as so many other panels. That it's just I like to see it used when we stream, I guess. Because you said, funnily enough, I'm just going to bring you up on something. You said, I don't think the trampoline gets enough love in my book, and then you haven't used it since getting it.
No. The trampoline's quite nice with the boulders.
So you like kind of banking that trampoline, as it were.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put that there. I think I might need some more. Maybe some more of these guys. Right. Okay. Let's see how this goes.
So at the risk of making even something remotely political on a Pillbug stream, which is not what we really do very often, we should maybe think about streaming making it home closer to the US election vote.
Because
you make it from one side of America to another.
Yeah.
And we could do something with.
This is probably not the one to do that on. I'm gonna be that's yeah.
We don't have. I mean, it would be far too late for us anyway. The next day or whatever. Might not line up date wise, but yeah.
Okay, these aren't pulling them in enough. But if I stand here and
and what?
Okay. Well, I would have caught them if I'd have caught them.
It's just it just occurred to me because Luke Lee suggested it was like home state, because he saw and stuff. But
oh god, coins, missed them.
So did the color balance stuff you did that only affect the stuff in the foreground, or was that making
Everything.
changes?
That's it's a post-processing, like I just did some color temperature stuff.
Nice.
So I think it, I don't know, I think it makes, like it's all very subtle, like some white balancing and stuff. But do you think I've made these propellers overpowered, or do you think this is all okay? It's really hard to say. I didn't like.
You're never gonna have a happy answer to that, are you?
No.
I think they probably are a bit too strong because they require once you've got a perpetual kind of wind maker, like i.e. a fan, and the electric propeller, like they do seem very, very strong.
Yeah,
and also require so little from you.
I only got 2 stars there.
You did only get 2 stars, so you do have to up your game. Yeah. Yeah.
It's because
maybe that's your answer. Maybe they aren't too strong.
Yeah, maybe the answer. Yeah. Oh, steam engine.
Yeah, Frozen definitely called you out on that.
Yeah.
I like how I know it makes sense for the bumpers to be electric, but it's kind of funny how like just getting a bumper unlocks the solar panel for you.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Oh. Okay. Can I get steam engine? Oh, no, I shouldn't have done that. That was a bad choice. That was a poor choice. Chose poorly. Because this is a bridge leg, so I need to be a tool. That's not why I should have done that. What was I thinking? I was thinking that I'm gonna do. Well, yeah, let's do it. Right. So, bunch of flywheels, some steam engines. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Let's do 4. 2, 3, 4.
I do feel like the flywheel is going to be the engineer's panel, isn't it? You know,
yeah,
like
I think it. Yeah, it's like quite possible.
Humanities students like me are going to be like, I don't even know what this is. Shrug. Just give me some more bellows or whatever.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I need to go tool, don't I? Like I didn't do the tool thing, right? Did we decide how tool?
They're quite weird on this one, aren't they? They're a bit more variable.
No, I don't think so. That's not how I coded it. That's a bug if they are.
Did we not change that?
I don't know. Maybe we did.
I'm probably wrong. Let's be honest.
Well, okay. Trampoline.
Hey, moment to shine.
Yeah.
Just a lone trampoline on the top.
Tramp. They're going to be, if I get the height wrong, I can use trampoline to jump on.
Oh, I see. I was like, why are you... Yeah, okay. It's quite an extreme solution. Surely you can be a bit more efficient than that.
Efficiency is not, like, what I am known for. No, it is. Well, actually, I would say yes. That's absolutely what I'm known for. Right.
Wouldn't it... Like, I hate to backseat drive here, but wouldn't it be better just to take one of those trampolines out in between each one so that you can bounce up to the next one? I know you don't want to. I can feel this resistance, but...
This is fine. Oh, it's dark. Right, okay, let's go. Boost. Jump.
I do find it endearing when streamers say things like hop every time they jump or whatever. They're like hop. I find that quite funny.
Right. So I'm still accelerating, so those flywheels, notice how they're not moving? Because
I do.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to be stood at the top here while I'm waiting for this. Waiting.
For the bridge.
Yep, on my trampoline.
Shouldn't you be saying bounce at this point? Like
well, no, I'm not doing any. Like the trampoline's doing it for me, so I don't need to say anything. Yeah. Don't you know how to stream?
I don't. No, that's why I leave it to you.
This is where like the vehicle is just going to disappear below me because the vehicle is I'm glad we put cherry bomb.
Yeah. Gotta watch out for those.
Okay, yeah. No.
Oh, I see the logic of the trampoline. I'm with you now. Sorry. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, but.
Yeah.
I'm out of water. But now look at my things down below, like charging.
Flywheels. Yeah.
Right, come on off here, Mr.
Cherry Bomb.
Cherry Bomb. No. Right.
Gotta watch those bridges.
Come on. I can do this one. No. No.
Juggle that cherry bomb. Oh, that was fun.
Come on. I just want to get this one. That'll turn on my wheels. But like. Oh no. Oh shit. Okay, right. Oh no.
An unexpected synergy between God, I can't think. Obstacles. There we go.
And now look at my acceleration now. Like yeah.
Sweet.
That's what fly was good for. What a fly was good for, he said.
No, I see it now. I see the error in my ways. They help with the more spiky panels, right? Once you realise that can really help.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're tricksy. Those.
Yeah, I deliberately made the collider really awkward. How many? Oh, fudge. Well, that sucked. 1 star. There we go.
Yeah, but those flywheels work to treat.
Yeah, no, and the trampolines. Don't forget the trampolines.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Let's not talk to Bryony. Water wheel. That's a doozy. It's a water wheel with the description we need to rewrite.
Is it because it's a mini
almost like a flow diagram? Okay, actually, before I continue, do I go to the boss on this one, or shall I go like into? Should we go the whole hog?
Yeah,
we've never streamed the boss in Act 2.
No,
has anyone streamed the boss in Act 2? I don't think I've seen it on any streams. Maybe the Scottish guys. What did they do?
Digital Pixels, is it?
Yeah, I can't remember. What?
Like, I've been gifting the boss, so I don't see why you wouldn't. I kind of feel like we have. Have we not done it once?
No, because like the first time it appeared, we didn't. Because we were like, no, we want you to see this. Like we. Where's the water wheel? There's the water. Well, I suppose I don't need. Right.
I kind of wonder because it's an interesting. It's an interesting boss from a streaming and giving perspective because he spends quite a lot of the time off screen, depending on how well you're doing against him.
Yeah.
So you might you worry that we will give him away, and you might not even see him that much.
Yeah. Over budget. So let's do. I was hoping to get some coin collectors in on this, like here.
Are you going to run all of this off one water wheel?
Maybe. Like, that's what I'm hoping.
That's
but
not
like
gonna work.
whether or not that will work, I don't know. Where is the budget? Let's just see how this goes. No. It's like.
Well, at least you know straight away.
Okay, right, there we go. Right, so what am I doing that for? Right.
I mean,
What?
you could have just added some electric propellers.
Yes, I could have.
I mean, that always feels a bit like cheating, but
I kind of, do you know what? Like the one I did before, I think that the design I had that blew up.
yeah,
I think that kind of worked. Like if it wasn't for me messing around with like the stuff I was messing around with, like, so I could do that, and then let's get some coin collectors in here as well. There's no reason. Right, actually, right. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build. I was thinking about like it would be tricky to code, but it'd be kind of nice if I could click up here, away from the vehicle.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does, but isn't it a bit of a restriction right now?
What do you mean?
Isn't it a good thing to have that as a bit of a restriction?
Maybe. Maybe.
Just thinking about it.
Let's go there and there. There. I think that works. Let's see. Let's go that. Oh, I'm way over. Look at my budget. What am I doing?
You're just playing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, right. If I take that column off, we're all right. So I'm going to go with these flywheels again for if I run out of water.
Okay.
Right. Okay, here we go. So. Okay, they're not all powered, but you know, it's enough.
What's the drive behind the coin collectors for people who might not be aware? Why did you want them now?
Because we're going to be going quite fast, and I want to get the coins.
Sure.
And the coin collectors will suck them in. And that's why.
Cool.
Yeah. Is that what you meant? Was that the right answer?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I guess I was wondering if you were making an extra effort to up your budget for the boss or not. Like, is that factoring in? But
I probably not. Wasn't really, but yeah, it's an interesting thing. I wonder if people do think about. I have heard people say that kind of thing, and they've been streaming it. So maybe. So you can see I'm making quite a bit of money here. But we were talking before stream about like when you get to this act and there's a lot. Once you kind of understand how to do this automation stuff.
What are you doing right now?
What are you doing? Yeah.
Well, the carrots haven't shown up yet. They'll give you something to do, but
yeah. I'm kind of waiting for them.
That is the risk. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, that's one of my things gone.
Didn't need that flywheel anyway.
Yeah. Oh, I spotted a bug there as well. The flywheel sprite when it exploded was the placeholder.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's because I know where that is, but I need to remember to fix it. Oh! I was about to say, there's no carrots.
Well, you managed to dodge a lot of them. Flew straight past. And you got lucky with that cherry bomb.
Yeah.
It's all coming up Millhouse.
Oh, I've run out of water.
But you are... Yeah, you're still accelerating.
No, I'm not.
Oh, no. Not anymore. You did go up, but I mean, I guess the carrots really complicate that.
Yeah.
Oh, accelerating. But your flywheels are going mad. So.
Yeah. Would you mind making a note about?
By the way,
what
you lost a few flywheels.
Yeah, I saw. Need to make a note about that sprite.
Okay. On to Trello.
Yeah. This is not gone well. I don't know, my flywheels, I'm getting quite a lot from my flywheels, almost as much as I got from... So what have I got? 1, 2, 3. I've got about the same now from my flywheels as I did from those steam engines, I think. So you might be alright. Oh god. And actually, as I explode, the weight of the vehicle is decreasing.
Happy accidents.
Yeah. Let's just... Oh god, like what am I going to build? I kind of feel like I need to build something. Tutorial telling me how to build. Yeah, okay.
Sean, have you considered building? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. What you might want to have done is build some more water for that.
You can't build water on the road.
Sean, you can't build water on the road.
Yeah,
so
no, we changed. Yeah,
like
for that very
wheel.
reason. Yeah.
God, we're clever.
Yeah, I know. It's like we didn't think it through. That was like someone just built a vehicle and then like
broke something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
It's worth pointing out that like the coin collectors, even if they don't have electricity, they collect coins. They just don't do it.
They're not sucking them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
God, so lucky with the cherry bombs.
Yeah. Yeah, look at how long those flywheels are going for. Like... What?
You're like, what? Yes, legit. Yeah, it is very good. It's very good. So that means I have to improve the sprite.
Mm-hmm. I wrote a lot of like physics to figure all those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've got equations and stuff in my notebook. Like real ass equations. There we go.
Frozen had really high hopes for this 3-star build.
Right, okay, Dad. I'm not talking to him.
Don't talk to Dad.
No, dehumidifier. When you thought things couldn't get more exciting, like the dehumidifier. Yeah, let's do it.
Really? I just want you to unlock a bumper.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I don't. Without the boulder, like we're gonna. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Here's my promise to you, Dave.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Once I've done this, we're gonna go into the sandbox mode, and I'm gonna show off all these crazy new boulder panel things that we added.
It makes me think like we need something like a boulder, but not a boulder.
Yeah, I think you're right, but I don't know. Okay, answers on a postcard. Circle shaped. What can we replace the? What other physical objects? Because it'd be interesting with different shape stuff, wouldn't it? Right. Do you know what? Right, we're not messing around. We're not messing around. We're going to go serious. We're going to beat this guy. Right.
Okay. Cool. But it needs to. It needs to roll, doesn't it?
No, so it doesn't. Like, not necessarily.
Yeah, but a square is, just, I guess, like
but
a square.
That would be kind of cool,
isn't it? Yeah.
Well, it would do stuff.
It's stuff.
Like something would happen.
Would it?
Yes. Right.
We've already got like the honeycomb, right? Like so that rolls around.
That kind of works like it, but the honeycomb is something that is like a hazard. So it's like okay, I'm gonna put. So I think the flywheels for like a boss encounter will give me a nice little emergency if things go really wrong. You know.
Yeah. Do we anticipate things going wrong?
Yeah. I do.
Okay. It's planning for failure. Yeah.
Yes, that is planning for. Oh no, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. That is not, no.
You're not going to bounce quite that high.
I'm not going to bounce that high. I hate to say it, but
see, no love for the trampoline.
I know. Maybe people are right. Maybe I'm wrong.
The haters are right.
Maybe I'm the problem. Right. Let's go. Right. Oh, and then we'll do the Dave Soft special, which is.
Do you not feel this is? I don't want to use the word cheating.
How is it?
It's not cheating. It's
the
not.
Tools.
You are
100%.
100%.
To like.
I guess it kind of just bothers me slightly that this is it. I mean, well, let's see how it works.
Okay, but like this is the thing I have to keep reminding myself as well is like these are things that players who are playing the game for the first time won't, you know, like this, these builds. You think these are really advanced builds that I'm doing here, you know? Yeah. Yes, they are. Right. Oh, I've not given myself much. I need a way up is the thing, and then this could cause me all sorts of problems. But you know, let's go. Right. What's the? Are we taking bets? Am I gonna beat the bear?
You're gonna beat the bear. Yeah, I'll wait for chat to decide. I usually bet against you. Can't say why.
Yeah. There he is. Oh god. Okay, I'm like. Okay, so I shouldn't have to do much really. Just manage these bellows.
Okay, you got Nacho, ever the optimist, thinks you can do it.
Yeah.
Frozen thinks that you will because you've gone with fans and propellers. Although we've seen him do pretty badly with stars with fan and propellers in Act 2. So we were starting to question if they really are as strong as we.
Am I catching this guy?
You're kind of keeping pace.
I think so. I'm definitely still accelerating.
H suggests it's another 1-star performance in the making. Again, just friends like these, hey Sean.
Yeah. If I could jump from up here. Like, then I get a bit more on the. Okay, are they all done? Right. Let's see.
Nice. That did catch you up a little bit.
Yeah, I've got almost to 100 miles an hour there. Must be getting close to him.
Yeah. Nacho's cheering you on quite literally. Thank you very much for the cheers, Nacho.
Oh, I can hear him.
Oh.
Right, let's get ready for all his
crazy
business.
Yeah.
Okay, and the music started, which means we're getting towards the end. Come on, I can still. I'm pretty chuffed with the sound effect for the plane. And the effects, like the yeah, I really like. Again, this is one of those things. Oh no, he's disabled. Okay, right. Come on. If there's any, I'm okay with those. It's the cherry bombs that. Oh no. Oh god.
Yeah, that's not what Dave Soft would have done. Put it that way. Oh, the sonic boom helped you there a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Now, clearly we're slowing down because. Hey, do you want some honey? Because we've got some honey. If you
got some of that sweet honey. That's cool because it kind of turns into an obstacle.
Yeah. Did I win? No.
Yeah. Can I? Too bad.
2-star. 1-star. Yeah. That's like twice as good.
Yeah, quite.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice. Well, I'm kind of glad that Dad schooled you on that one.
Yeah. And I genuinely was trying.
We know, Sean. We know.
So here, so here again, like you can see, I didn't unlock those, so I could go back, and now I've got stuff. So I'm going to click stacked one, but oh, and Trisha's here, so a different person, not
Ooh, Trisha. Normally that's Rusty.
Yeah. Hades is amazing. Just like throwing that out there, like.
I did see you playing that. Yeah,
it's really good. It does the thing.
Did you get further than I did? Have you beaten the first boss?
No, but like I think I'll bring it to a stream one week. Next to a stream, because I think it's neat. Challenge modes. Let's see these new panels, shall we?
I was promised lasers.
Okay.
And I haven't seen a single laser so far.
Do you know what? I might have God mode on this one. Oh yeah. Is this? Can I do this? Is this allowed, Dave?
Why are you asking me?
Because you're. I don't know. I'm just like, is this allowed? Like, we have a development mode where we have like, just basically unlimited budget and possibly some placeholder experimental. Yes. Okay. Avert your eyes. Let's cancel that. Okay. Yeah, we won't do that.
I think your head was covering it for the most of the time, so at least on my screen. So.
Okay, let's have a look at our.
I think we can show things off in the sandbox mode.
In the sandbox, right? Yeah, okay, but I've only got the $500. Is the?
Well, that's fine.
That's fine. Okay, launch challenge. Okay, so what do we want to see first? You said lasers, right?
Lasers, obviously, right? Like we've been talking about lasers, bigging up the lasers. Show us the lasers.
Okay, let's go do lasers. Right, so.
Frozen's on fire tonight.
What?
Very good, very good. Calling you for telling the internet to avert its eyes. Very good.
Right. So let's start with just a basic, like, laser. So okay, right. I need to tell you what laser is. A laser is I mean, we all know what lasers are, right? Light,
kinda,
amplified, sugar, extremely red is what that stands for.
Okay.
Except this one's green. So, okay, laser, need electricity to power it. So let's do that. Let's get some electricity. What should we use? Let's use one of these guys. Okay, and then solar sail. A solar sail generates thrust when it's hit by a laser, but only from behind. And the longer the laser, the bigger the thrust. So let's do another one of it. But I'll show this off a bit. Let's go. We've got a lot of panels now.
We do, yeah.
Yeah. Where is the empty frame? Right at the end. Okay. That makes sense.
Frozen's asking how far the lasers go.
How far the lasers go?
Ooh,
they go until they hit something.
Boom.
So let's do.
H says what powers them?
Electricity, any kind. Let's say like that. Okay, so I'm gonna switch them both on. I've realised there's probably no point me having us having a switch for these, but I don't know. You might want to turn them off for whatever reason.
You might want to turn them off, yeah.
Yeah. So, I need to keep them powered. But yeah, so the top one. Oh God.
You do need a consistent source of electricity.
Yeah, you do for lasers, as everyone knows. Like, you know,
as science has taught us.
Yeah. Okay. Let's back to blueprint mode.
Yeah. This is the beauty of back to blueprint mode.
Yeah. Let's do the other easy one. Electricity.
Quite right, H.
Oh fudge! Not enough. So you need to fully power them for them to work.
Which I think is a really nice change because a lot of our stuff works like fine if it's not fully powered.
Yeah.
But
I've got
not like.
Got an idea. Huh. Hang on. Right. We're gonna do. Right.
Can you hear the cogs whirring?
Right, this is what we're going to do. Right, we're going to do... Okay. We're going to show off something else. Right. Laser middle.
Middle.
Laser in the middle.
It's like the worst kind of laser tag.
Right, let's just get rid of all these and start again. Blank slate. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9.
Counting with Sean.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have... Right, just go... I'm going to build. So we were talking about this kind of sandbox mode, and so Very Lucally has posted some awesome vehicles with the laser already, right? What we were talking about the idea of like, should we have a leaderboard or not? Do you want to kind of like see what people think about that? Like we it's kind of like one of those tricky design topics.
Like you said, it's a really simple, quite like thing of like, do you have a leaderboard on a sandbox mode? I think for the challenges, it makes total sense. But with the sandbox mode, we're like, well, is that what we really want to encourage? Like, isn't the thing that we really want people to do is just play and enjoy and not worry where they fall on a leaderboard?
Yeah. So, okay, right. I think I've got. This could be cool. All right. Right, I'm gonna build that up there. I'm gonna go. How much have I got? How much is so? Yeah.
So remind me. Actually, wait. I'll wait.
Okay. Can you see what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one panel I can't quite remember what it does, so we'll get to that in a sec.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Right. No, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong panel. I need that one, that one, that one, that one. So, okay, these are beam directors. I haven't really explained, right? So these are these beam directors that we're talking about. So the laser fires at these, and this is how you can direct the beam. When the laser hits the solar panel, you get thrust, but the longer the beam, the more thrust you get. Okay? So what I've done here, so that, right, I want to show you. This is, I forgot to put a ladder.
Oh, I'm disappointed I hadn't realised that to begin with. Like,
okay, there we go. In.
Excellent.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So these ones over here are all fixed, and they're all going to send the laser off to the right. But this one in the middle moves, and I put a fan behind it. Okay. So right. Let's watch what happens. Is there enough power to do the laser? No. Oh, no.
One more is all you need.
Right. Back to blueprint. Right. Yeah, that's all we need. One. Right. How do we do this then? Like,
can't you like just put some random fan somewhere with a bunch of propellers?
But that's not
electricity propeller.
But a fan, like if I do that, it might be. Yeah, you're right. Maybe that.
It's not as exciting and as elegant. Oh, okay. Oh, God.
Well, that's okay. Oh no, over. But well, if I can get rid of some of these, right? So. because really I'm going to do this. Don't need that. Don't need that. Because I'm wondering if I could do. I want to do this, right? I want to add another one there. So now I'm over budget because that's going to use electricity.
Yeah, but it isn't like.
Yeah, anyway, right? Okay, so this should be enough now.
Okay.
No, oh no, yeah, yeah, there we go. Oh, that's not going to work because of this.
Ah, sure. Okay, so you could do this with up and down fans, surely.
Yeah, back to blueprint mode.
Although, actually, no. Wait, yes, you do. Yeah. Okay.
No. What we can do. Easy solution. We just swap these around. Okay.
Yeah. So we will show you how lasers work after 20 minutes of fiddling around with things.
It's not been 20 minutes.
Watch this. Spout it.
So now that thing's moving.
Mm-hmm.
This is the worst. we've
This hasn't worked at all. I love it though. Like, so what? Explain to the people at home who are absolutely bewildered right now. What were you really trying to do? You were trying to get them.
I was trying to get that to spin. This is what I was trying to do. This is working as designed. It's just like
sure.
that. It gives a massive thrust on each of those.
But for a split second.
For like a split second. Yeah. Because like so the laser so that one spins. That's what I was trying to show people. Oh, now it's going like properly.
Oh, okay, yeah. Which in fairness is super cool. But it only spins with wind, at the moment?
No. Like anything. Like it's just the same as a propeller.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So I could spin this myself. Like I could hold it there and actually that works better. Like I just stand there.
Just stand there.
Like if I just cancel everything I just did.
Yeah.
It works
as is the
better.
way.
You know, like as is always. But look, I think this is pretty cool.
And isn't that what Sandbox Bow?
Yeah, exactly. Like
this
is kind of what I don't like. I'm wondering whether the idea that at the end of this I'm going to see a leaderboard and see that I'm not very good. Is that really like? Is that?
Do you really need a leaderboard to tell you that?
Leaderboard? Like, that's not quite what I meant. But like, you know.
Frozen points out they're heavier than regular propellers.
Right. Yes, they are, and they are because what we wanted was. We kind of wanted you to be able to control them a bit better because you might want to point it in a certain direction. So we did that.
So if you didn't have a fan there, can you build a vehicle where it can be much simpler than this one, where you just direct the laser to a particular point that isn't orthogonal?
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, right.
So you can really show off this ability to move the laser where you want it.
Boring. I can be boring. It's fine.
That's not boring. It's just probably going to be more useful than
just make a vehicle that works. It's fine. Right. Okay. Let's put the laser right there at the end. So what do you want? What do you want? Tell me.
Just a vehicle that makes use of a non-orthogonal laser.
Okay. Right. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'll put that non-orthogonal leg. Put that there. Huh. It bounces up there. Let's say down here. Straight up. Like. Right. No, wrong one. Right. It's gonna go Right. Down, and then we'll shove that there. Is that okay?
Love it.
Okay, right.
Doesn't have to be any more complicated than that.
Drive. Okay, right. So, laser on. Power on. Let's wait for that. Right, okay, now I need to move. Oh, no! Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. There we go.
Yeah,
There we go, look at that. And now
there
I've
we
got
go.
some massive thrust because look at how long this laser is.
Well, yeah, move along to a little bit so we can see at home what the thrust is at the sail. Because your head's over it. There we go.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, right, yeah, sorry. yeah.
You're like a massive thrust, and
I was like, her head isn't that big. Yeah, so like my original plan was to point it up at this.
Oh, okay.
But it
you
is
can't because of the wind.
Yeah, because that's gonna now.
But you could then go and stop it yourself, and like angle it as you wanted.
It's a little bit finicky, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. Well, that's the control level, isn't it?
Oh,
level of control that we can play.
Look at like I just think that's cool. Like, there's other uses of lasers. Let's just say that.
You just wanted to play with lasers.
Yeah. Don't we all?
Yep. Oh, can you stop it? Yeah.
I don't think I can stop it. But that was my original plan.
Yeah.
It's like,
no, you're just not quite tall enough.
Yeah. So every so often I'll get like a massive boost of thrust. So this is like some flywheels. Huh? Yeah, we'd be like
your flywheels.
Yeah, and look if. Oh. What happened there? The laser blew itself up. Oh no, there it's back. Oh, and then it. Okay, there's. It's doing a thing with a thing.
Could you maybe stop it on that, Sean, to show the good folks at home who might not?
I think it looks cool when you see it happening. I'm gonna go stand by it. And watch what happens. What happens?
Look at this fan.
Oh, it didn't quite.
Oh, that fan.
It needs to hit it at the right place, doesn't it?
And for a bit longer as well, isn't it?
It was doing it. But let's keep an eye on these fans. Alright.
Is it just not going to do it now?
It kind of did it. It kind of like.
Oh yeah, you can see your animation, which is pretty rad.
Yeah. Okay, the power's down. Oh. Yeah, I kind of like. I don't want to say exactly what's going on, just that something happens. Look, there we go.
Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Lasers are cool.
Lasers are cool. Lasers are cooler maybe than you think. Do you know what else is cool, Dave?
Boulders.
Boulders are amazingly cool.
Yeah.
And what else is cool?
Bouncing boulders.
Bouncing, yes.
Yeah.
What else is cool?
Gravity.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Everyone loves gravity.
The obvious answer.
What would we be without gravity, Dave? What would we do? What would we do?
Float into the sky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Glad I got that one right.
So we've added gravity wells for that are tuned specifically to the frequency of boulders. Because, ladybird science.
Well, I mean, gravity wells were the obvious next direction for the game.
Everyone was asking for them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try setting up something like this. Maybe something like this. Ooh. Maybe some of these guys. Some bumpers.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Do you like pinball?
You know what making this game has made me realize that I have played very little pinball in my life.
Yeah.
Like an embarrassingly low amount of pinball.
Mm-hmm.
So. But I kind of want to say yes, I love pinball, because who says no? Pinball's
why
rubbish.
Would you not love pinball? Like, yeah, exactly.
That would be weird.
Right, I'm gonna see how this is again. Like this, I'm just playing. Like I don't even know if this is going to be a good vehicle. I just want to show this.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might want some more propeller, like acceleration propellers.
Yeah, maybe
if you want the vehicle to actually move, but maybe you don't.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe we'll see. I'm gonna put a couple there. See how this all works. So, these are powered by electricity. Let's watch them. Are we gonna get enough electricity to lift these boulders?
By these, you mean the gravity wells?
Yes, the gravity wells.
Also the bumpers are also powered by electricity.
Yeah, also the bumpers. Can I? Missed it. Enough power? No, maybe not. Maybe the bumpers were too much because they used electricity.
Okay.
Well, they're moving. I think I might need to. Right, let's go back to blueprint mode. We need more electricity, as always seems to be the way.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Oh no, I'm not going to afford that. I'm just going to get rid of the bumpers.
Makes sense.
Just to show the... Right, okay. Drive. There we go. Look.
Whoa. There
we go. Gravity wells. I spent hours messing around with these when I first implemented them. Like, I kind of think this is really cool.
They are quite hypnotic.
Yeah.
Is there a tendency for them to do what they're doing right now, which is kind of clustering around one?
It depends how you set them up.
Okay.
I think sometimes not. I think to do at the moment it's like if I increase the power, that now the other ones can kind of get a bit more. Like now we've got look at this. Now we've got some stuff happening, and they get pulled with a bit more force, and they hit each other, and you get this kind of chaotic stuff going on. Like, yeah. But yeah, I'm going 6 miles an hour.
Yeah, but like you said, like this isn't a build to explore like serious speeds. This is just checking out the gravity wells.
Yeah. And now when I'm getting full. So yeah, so you see they're now getting up to those top ones. And that maybe with like a combination of like bumpers and things, it's like an automation for the boulders, and the boulders themselves were an automation for something else. So it's like you kind of like, but it's not. I think it's a wonky automation.
Yeah, and that was what certainly attracted us to it to begin with, was that it wasn't so much of the automation is like perfecting the system. Like if you think of fans and propellers, right? You can just leave that alone and it works. On its own. Whereas this idea is it's a bit more chaotic.
Yes. And I have noticed that we naturally get drawn to those kind of systems, right?
Yeah, because they're quite fun, aren't they?
Yeah. Let's try it. So we also have an anti-gravity well, which does what you probably think it does. So if I put an anti-gravity well there, and then some props here, and then some gravity wells above that. So they're going to get pulled up there. They're going to kind of orbit around here, hopefully, and then hit some like where the normal propellers hit these guys. Hit those, And then, do I get maybe some anti ones at the top to push them down if they get too high?
Sure.
Like, why not? Or let's do them up here. But I need some electricity to get this all started.
Yeah, I was going to say you do. Yeah.
Like, what do you think the best? Like, I think probably propellers. Like, I just kind of want to get them set up and going. So.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what would be quite cool, I'm gonna put, is then these all the boulders also hit bellows, right?
Yep.
So put them there, and put a bunch of these. So there's kind of a synergy going on there, because the bellows clean these guys.
Yep.
And just some more like these around. Okay, I'm out over budget. That's fine. Drive. See what happens. I'll do these by hand and see. They do need a lot of, like, a decent amount of energy.
Well, they are pretty sci-fi tech.
Yeah. But you can see, so I made that particle effect, so you can see as they're starting to power up, stuff happens. I do find the first ones usually need knocking off. So, oh, look at that. How cool is that? There we go. So, it's starting to move without me needing to do that. And then off the edge it goes. Okay. So, hopefully...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. It's going up. There. We've got one in now. So now that one will probably keep the propellers going a bit.
Oh, yeah.
But then you have this thing of, as the propellers slow down, like the gravity well gets less, and then they fall down into the propellers. But then it puts the gravity on. So if we wait a bit, they'll start falling down. It says.
They do seem to collect quite a lot.
It's weird. I don't really know why, but now, yeah. So it hit that propeller and then like immediately, kind of increased. So yeah, like wonky, chaotic stuff that I think is really cool, and like this is kind of where we're kind of going with Act 3, I think.
Yeah, with a good number of the panels, not all, but a good number of them are introducing these kinds of systems. For those players, and we do seem to like see quite a lot of them who just like playing around and messing around with stuff.
Yeah.
And seeing what happens. Like it's not necessarily about, going fast or being a boss. It's about building and playing and
yeah.
And making a physics sandbox of it a little bit more.
And I think I've noticed a lot of people now have been referring to the game as a physics sandbox, which we didn't even necessarily realize that's what the game was.
Yeah.
Like that's not necessarily what we set out to do, but
nope. And you can play the game without playing it like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anything else you want to see? Or is that a good spot?
Is that everything? Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a good time to finish because otherwise we're running on a bit late. But yeah, I think that's I think both of these systems are things that people could play with in early access in these sandbox modes for a good amount of time and see what you can build. And already, like you said, people are posting pictures on Discord of what they're building, so that's awesome. It gives us a sense of how people are wanting to use these systems.
Yeah, because it's I think it's going to be interesting as well. Like these systems at the moment, they're only really in the challenge modes because they're Act 3 panels. But like if I go to I won't do it, but I'm just going to show to kind of illustrate the point of. Imagine if you just when you unlock those one at a time. So like here, because in the actual game, if I launch this challenge channel, I've only got I've got a laser and only the right beam one.
Yes.
How do I then this is maybe not the best example, but maybe you unlock the right one and the down one, and you've got to figure out how do I use that combination best way, you know? Like, it's kind of... Yeah. That's... I think... I don't know. That's kind of my rambling thoughts. I think it will work. I think it's... And it's something for us which is quite challenging is, like, knowing how it feels like as you're going through the game. And it's almost like that kind of, like, you know, when you're playing Slay the Spire and you get a certain card, and, like, how does that change the way it feels? And
yes,
we want people to, when they get those, the first time they see those, to go, huh, you know, or the first time we put a GIF of them on Twitter, to be like, oh, what can those do? And then, like, I think we've started to put more things in the game that are little hidden interactions between things, and that kind of stuff.
Because there's enough going on there as a foundation to keep people, like, more than busy with, like, without feeling like they're having to dig around for secrets. So now we can kind of play around with those things that that were that way.
Yeah. So what's next for us then with this?
So we've got a couple of more Act 3 panels to think about, but mainly it's going to be thinking about those challenges and the obstacles that we've already got some great ideas for, and kind of how we implement those. Yeah, that's kind of from a design perspective, definitely.
Cool. Well, yeah, thanks everyone, as always, for your support and keeping with us and, like, supporting us through this process. Like, because early access is kind of new for us. The game is currently on sale. I know a lot of you have already got it, but, like, help us spread the word if you can. Or if you know people who prefer to play games when they're not in early access, like, wish listing helps us too.
Indeed it does. Indeed it does.
Yeah, like, I don't think there's much more.
Thanks very much, Sean.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave. And then do you know what you're playing next week?
I don't yet. I've got a couple of good indie options, or I might take us back to Jurassic Park, or I might suggest we just chill out and shoot things in Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some options. I'll just have to see where I'm feeling.
That all sounds good.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, bye everybody.
Thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye.